Kenneth Williams respond this week, and what's his status? Maybe.
Yeah, Kenneth he'll be ready to go. He'll be a go.
So overall, short week of prep, had to jam a lot in. So this week, has the response been what you want, especially coming off of Saturday?
Yeah, it's been great. They all know that the challenges ahead. They've worked hard all week, and just worked hard just now, and they'll come back in tomorrow morning and they'll do it again. So proud of the group.
TJ's kind of been a veteran almost now with the road starts. I mean, what are the kind of the benefits of having made those two and coming home to make his first home start here?
Yeah, I mean, but playing quarterback on the road's difficult. Crowd noise, communication, all those different things. New venue, trying to figure out where the play clocks are. I mean, it's always a challenge, and I think he's done a nice job of that. And then obviously coming home, he doesn't have to deal with all of those things. So I know he's excited to play and against a great defense. And I think Dana's put together a plan for him that I think will allow him to play really well.
You guys have talked about his poise. Has that always been there since he's been here? I mean, how does that kind of help a freshman quarterback, and how maybe unique is it that he has been that poised?
Yeah, I mean, he's been poised since the day that he got here. I mean, he's I can't think, never been a distraction. It's never about him. It's always about the team. I think the credit goes to his parents, goes to his high school coaches. I mean, he came in here really well prepared, and since the moment he stepped on the field against USC till now, he's just tried to execute. So I mean, he just keeps it very simple, and I'm excited to see him play. This is a chance for a quarterback to have a chance to start at Memorial Stadium. That should mean something, and so this will be the first time for him, and I know he'll just keep it what it is and just play ball.
With Iowa's run game, what's the biggest thing that your defense needs to do against that style, that zone blocking that they've been doing for years and years?
Yeah, we have to get off blocks and tackle. As silly as that sounds, I mean, there haven't been very many times where a run's popped against us where we haven't had someone there. So we're gonna have to get off blocks and tackle and just do it relentlessly for 4 quarters. There's no secret. You have to read your keys, get off blocks and tackle.
There's a lot of talk about Iowa's special teams, but Kirk Ferentz said that looking at you guys, that special teams is probably maybe the biggest improvement he'd seen from the past couple of years to now. How much of an equalizer can that be, when, especially against Iowa, they win so many games through the third element, to have so much progress with your special teams? I mean, how much can that benefit you guys?
Yeah, I mean, when you play Iowa, it's going to be a field position game. So special teams really you hope can help you in 2 ways, right? You hope it can help you in terms of field position, and then you hope it can help you in terms of creating explosive plays and eliminating them. And so if you go back to the last few years we've played them, we fumbled a punt against them. So we've given them the ball down inside the 10-yard line twice. 2 years ago we were able to block the kick. Last year, we held them to a field goal. So I think the key to me is eliminating those negative plays, try to create some explosive plays, but also at the same time just a field position battle. And they do it as well as anybody. We've made tremendous improvement in that area, and we'll have to do that on Friday against, really at the end of the day, it's, I think, 2 of the best returners in college football, in terms of, Ja'Cory, I think, deserves to be in that conversation as well, and certainly their returner is one of the best I've ever seen. So it'll be a great battle. But we've made a lot of improvement in that area. We didn't do that last week. Our special teams last week, we're not what they needed to be. And so I know the guys are fired up and excited to test themselves against what we feel like is the best special teams unit over the last 20-some years. So it'll be a great battle.
This morning that says Nebraska's bracing for Dylan to consider leaving the program this offseason. Is there any truth to that? What conversations have you had with him about that?
I haven't seen that report. I haven't seen that, so I don't know anything about that. I would never get up here and talk about a player. I love Dylan, like I love all my guys, and he's in their treatment right now, so I don't know about that. I don't know anything about that.
The weather's really changed since the start of the week. Have you guys been practicing outside in preparation for Friday, which should be pretty cold and possibly some snow?
Yeah, we practiced outside all year long. we only time we ever go inside is if it's we need some crowd noise and that element. But I think really the wind's probably more of a factor than the cold most times. Michigan State was a beautiful day, and that I wouldn't wish that wind upon everybody. And some of the guys that played yesterday in some of the state championship games, obviously the wind was a factor in those games. I don't think it's supposed to be a ton of wind, but the cold I think is something that both schools are comfortable with. So we're out there all the time, and I'm sure they are too. So I think it'll come down to just ball.
Where does the cold weather from last year rank for you from the Iowa game?
It's one of the colder games I've been in. When I was at Baylor, we played Iowa State. At Iowa State, it was really cold. But last year was a really cold ball game. But it was cold for both sides, so we'll put on a jacket, and I know our fans will be there, so it'll be good.
Hey, Emmett was left off the list of finalists for the Doak Walker Award, and you've been a pretty strong proponent of him to get national recognition. I think he was slighted, not making at least the finalist list.
I was disappointed, that I think Keith kind of said there were 4 guys that were probably, in that mix, and unfortunately, he came out there. I think Emmett's had a fantastic season. I think our guys on offense have been committed to blocking for him, and I would obviously love for him to get as much recognition as possible. But I'm sure the other 3. I don't know the other 3 guys real well, so I'm sure they all have done a nice job as well. But one thing about Emmett Johnson that will stay with me forever is it's always about the team with him. It's always about the team, and I'm grateful for him for that.
Coach Eckler nominated for a Broyles Award. We interviewed him earlier in the week. What's your reaction and encouragement for that?
Yeah, I mean, he should be. I think he's done a fantastic job, and I just look forward to what he'll do moving forward. I mean, he's taught me a lot about special teams play and how to not just it's not the scheme, it's the installation and techniques and teaching and the scheme. And so I think it's a credit to him. It's a credit to his assistants, but it's mainly a credit for our players, which I know Mike would be the first guy to say that to you. So yeah, I'm very, very happy for him that he got that.
Good.
All right, thank you guys. Happy Thanksgiving.